Okay, Jay. So on the Tuesday show, I opened it up by talking about Mississippi
Hmm.
because you sent me an article. It was either yesterday or today that was in the Washington Post, and a couple of different news outlets have written about this, about how 15 governor Republican-led states decided to turn down a federal program that was basically going to feed the kids in the summertime, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
I first saw the headline for this sometime over the weekend, and it was about Mississippi, right?
Hmm.
And there was a direct thing that really bothered me about Mississippi turning this down because I was going to talk about this later, bring this up later, but the Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves, I'll dig into the entire reasoning behind his declining this government aid. Because there's more than just this one factor, but he's basically saying he didn't want the state to become a welfare state.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's been siphoning money from the welfare programs in the state, allegedly,
Jeez. Mm.
allegedly, to fund a volleyball court for Southern Mississippi University in conjunction with Brett Favre because his daughter worked there. So he's all for welfare and draining the resources to provide for the rich, even though that money is for the poor. But he doesn't want to have a welfare state. So that set me off on Tuesday, but I refused to give that whole topic a full segment.
Yeah.
When you sent this article to me and it listed 15 states,
Hmm.
15, nearly a third of this country decided that they did not want to feed kids in the summertime. I said, no, we need to devote a whole segment to this because it's going along with a lot of the themes that we've been talking
Hmm.
about how these states don't care about kids, even though they try to say that they care about kids.
Right.
But I'm going to let you go ahead and give your thoughts on this whole thing before I go down some of these different stuff that they're saying is the reason why they decided to turn it down.
Yeah. So as you know, there are millions of children that rely on breakfast and lunch at school because of food insecurity at home.
So
Uh,
explain to them what food insecurity is, because they may think it's people out there may think, well, kids don't feel good about eating. No, that's not it.
no, no. So there are a lot of reasons for food insecurity. The largest one, of course, is economic. Depending on what state you're in, a lot of states, typically Republican leaning states, make it very difficult to get food assistance. It makes it very difficult to opt into the SNAP program, get food stamps, things like that. It could be where the children live. Like my area of Atlanta is a food desert, so
Mhm.
there aren't a lot of healthy options within walking distance, because there needs to be healthy options within walking distance because not everybody has a car. Um, it could be that these children are unhoused. We have, I know here in Atlanta, a large unhoused child population in Clayton County, so which is a county just south of Metro Atlanta. So there is a lot of reasons. Most of it is economic. They have parents or caregivers who are living, under the poverty line, and they don't have either access to food, period, or access to quality options. And you've got a lot of food pantries that are just overrun. I don't know if anybody has ever driven by a food pantry when they open, but the lines are usually around the block. So
Mhm.
there are millions and millions of kids in this country that rely on, during the school year, free or reduced breakfast and lunch that they receive at school. Now, when school is not in session in the summer, these kids don't have access to that free lunch or to that free breakfast or reduced lunch or reduced breakfast. So the summer food program was actually approved as part of a bipartisan budget agreement in 2022, and the program is expected to serve 21 million youngsters starting in June, by providing $2.5 billion in relief across the country. So when these 15 states opted to reject this federally funded program, mind you, it is a federally funded program. Their state money is not going towards this program. When they rejected it, they're essentially denying benefits to about 8 million children across the country.
And let's be clear. This is a summer program that gives food assistance to low-income families with school-aged children. K through 12,
K
right?
through 12, yes.
School-aged children. And there are existing summer meal programs, but this is how this particular program is different. This new program provides $40 per month per child with a cap of $120 in grocery benefits. While the existing programs were reimbursement programs and they operated for a cost of meals served. So first of all, let's look at that. It's $40 per kid with a cap of $120 total per household. So if you got 4 kids, it's still only $120. And the last I checked, $40 ain't enough to put gas in your car, much less put food on the table for one child for a whole month. That's $10. Think about that. That's $10 a week per child. The math on that, I can't even do because you can divide 7 into 10, but it's under $1. It's under $2 a day to feed a kid. And the last I checked, McDonald's don't have a dollar menu anymore.
It doesn't?
No, they don't have a dollar menu anymore.
Side note, I didn't know that because I have not been to McDonald's probably in over a year.
Well,
I did not know that.
I frequent McDonald's because I love the McNuggets. Because why? I'm a chicken nugget eating bitch, as my best friend would say. So I frequent McDonald's, and there's no more dollar menu. And even if there was a dollar menu, that means you could get one thing, right? So this is not some windfall for families to feed their kids. It's a little bit of help, right? The new program is available to all families with children who are eligible for free or reduced price school lunches. So there isn't like this is giving out money to every family, right? Once again, it's low-income families with school-aged children who are already eligible for free or reduced price school lunches. Once again, when school is out during the summertime, where do they get their breakfast and lunch?
Right.
It's got to be provided by the family. The family doesn't have the incomes to be able to do it. All right. The new program allows for families to use the EBT card to buy food at stores that accept SNAP benefits, while the existing programs require children to eat meals at a designated sites and therefore grab and go. So once again, old programs or programs that are already in existence is go over to this community center and go ahead and grab you a little bit of lunch and go home. This new program is, hey, look, that $40, that $80, $120, we're going to add that to your EBT card, your SNAP card, so that you can go to the grocery store and actually go buy groceries.
Yes.
And they still operate at the same nutrition standards as all other programs that are provided right now. If you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notification button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.